I'm scared.
Hello, art enthusiasts.
What is it about Paul Delaroche's painting that sends shivers down our spines, even if we know nothing about the tragic story behind it?
Even though she is blindfolded, can you feel the young girl's terror as she senses the chilling presence of her fate closing in?
Today, we're diving into one of the most tragic moments in English history, immortalized by the masterful French artist Paul Delaroche. This is the story of Lady Jane Grey, the 9 Days Queen, and her execution, as captured in Delaroche's iconic painting, The Execution of Lady Jane Grey.
Paul Delaroche completed this oil masterpiece in 1833, and it quickly captured public imagination. Though it lost some favor in the 20th century as realist historical paintings fell out of vogue, it was rediscovered and put back on display at the National Gallery in London in 1975, where it regained its popularity, especially among younger audiences.
Lady Jane Grey's brief reign and tragic end have fascinated historians and artists alike. Born in 1537, she was queen for just 9 days before Mary Tudor took the throne. Imprisoned in the Tower of London, Jane was executed on February 12, 1554. Her story, filled with political intrigue and youthful innocence, has inspired many works of art, but none capture the poignancy quite like Delaroche's painting.
Paul Delaroche, born Hippolyte Delaroche in Paris in 1797, was a significant figure in 19th century art. Growing up in a family of artists, his father was a successful art dealer and his brother also a painter. Delaroche was immersed in the world of art from an early age. He studied at the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, where he was influenced by neoclassical styles but soon developed his distinctive approach. Known for his detailed and dramatic historical scenes, Delaroche's works are not only visually striking but also meticulously researched, blending realism with emotional depth.
In 1835, Delaroche married Louise Vernet, daughter of renowned painter Horace Vernet. This marriage linked him to one of the most influential artistic families of the time, cementing his status in the Parisian art scene. Tragically, Louise died in 1845, a loss that profoundly affected Delaroche and deeply influenced the somber tone of his later works.
The Execution of Lady Jane Grey captures the harrowing moments just before her death. Jane is shown blindfolded, being guided to lay her head on the execution block. Her outstretched hand, groping uncertainly for the block, and the intense emotions on the faces of her ladies-in-waiting and the somber expression of the executioner create a dramatic and emotional scene.
Delaroche's painting is a rich tapestry of symbolism. Jane's white dress represents her innocence and youth, sharply contrasting with the surrounding darkness and highlighting the injustice of her fate. The blindfold symbolizes her vulnerability and the inevitable nature of her fate, while her groping hand illustrates her fear and uncertainty. The dark surroundings amplify the grim reality of the execution, and the execution block and axe are depicted with brutal detail to underscore the harshness of the event.
The emotional expressions of Jane's attendants add depth to the scene, portraying both despair and reluctant duty. Delaroche's masterful use of light and shadow focuses on Jane's innocence while the encroaching darkness around her heightens the sense of impending doom.
Interestingly, Delaroche took some artistic liberties. The execution, which actually took place outdoors at Tower Green, is depicted indoors in the painting. This choice creates a more intimate and focused composition that intensifies the emotional impact.
Delaroche's dedication to historical accuracy is evident in the painting's details, from Jane's delicate dress to the rough texture of the execution block. Each element reflects his meticulous research, even if some artistic liberties were taken.
Delaroche's influence extends beyond his lifetime. His approach to combining academic precision with emotional storytelling inspired many future artists. His works continue to be celebrated globally, with the execution of Lady Jane Grey being one of the most visited pieces at the National Gallery in London.
The painting itself has a dramatic history. Originally bought by Anatoly Nikolaevich Demidov, it passed through various owners before being bequeathed to the National Gallery in 1902. Thought to have been destroyed in the 1928 Thames flood, it was rediscovered in 1973 by Tate Gallery curator Christopher Johnstone, rolled inside another damaged canvas. It was then transferred to the National Gallery, where it belongs.
Delaroche's painting not only tells Lady Jane Grey's tragic story but also showcases his extraordinary talent for bringing history to life through art. His ability to evoke deep emotions and weave a narrative within a single frame ensures that both he and Lady Jane Grey will be remembered for generations to come.
Thank you for joining us on this exploration of art and its creators. If you enjoyed uncovering the stories behind these iconic artworks and the lives of the artists who made them, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth dives.
Don't forget to leave a comment on which artwork or artist you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, remember, art and history are alive and waiting to be discovered.